The long-awaited, highly anticipated Caitlin Clark player exclusive.
Angel Reese is livid, and she's making it known. After proudly claiming the title of women's basketball's leading figure for months, she just witnessed Nike pass that honor to someone else, and it played out in front of everyone.
Nike finally decides to release a Caitlin Clark commercial for her new Kobe 5.
Caitlin Clark didn't just land any commercial. She got the commercial. Big budget, cinematic, and inspired by Kobe, the kind of ad Nike reserves for icons. And for Angel, the timing couldn't have been worse. This wasn't merely about sneakers, it was Nike making a statement. They've chosen their star, and it's not her.
What this represents is like Nike tying her with an already kind of iconic basketball brand, which is like their, one of their biggest brands that they have, and then rolling that into what will be her shoe later in the year.
Nike just released Caitlin Clark's debut solo commercial, and it was far from ordinary. Dark, cinematic, and rich with symbolism. The ad featured a striking moment where Clark's eyes turned into snake eyes, a clear tribute to Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality. This wasn't a simple sneaker spot, it was a statement about stature. And that's exactly what ignited the backlash.
She's definitely going to move a lot more units than a lot of NBA stars, which I think is going to be humbling for some of them.
As the commercial took over social media and major sports headlines, Angel Reese was completely absent. No cameo, no shout-out, not even a mention. Just weeks before, she had been vocal about her impact on viewership and her role as the face of the sport. But when the biggest brand in basketball made its pick, it wasn't her. And her silence online spoke louder than any tweet ever could. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Caitlin Clark shoes sold out within 10 damn minutes. StockX currently right now they're going for $345. These sneakers was just released a few hours ago. These sneakers were retail for $190. This is the Caitlin Clark effect.
Angel Reese has never held back from calling herself the face of women's basketball. Since that NCAA championship clash with Caitlin Clark, she's embraced the rivalry, labeling herself as too hood and too real, and claiming she's the main reason fans tune in. She's thrown subtle jabs in interviews, liked critical tweets, and suggested that Clark's media favoritism comes more from appearance than performance. Even as Clark broke viewership records, Reese argued she was just as, if not more, marketable. But Nike seems to have settled that argument. By giving Clark a major solo commercial and leaving Reese out entirely, they've made their choice on who they see as the sport's true star.
You got this one here, effing finally. I guess Nike decided they like money after all. It's nice to see that Nike finally put out a product commercial with its most popular athlete in the world.
Angel Reese is furious, and she's not hiding it. After months of calling herself the face of women's basketball, she just watched Nike crown someone else in front of the entire world. Caitlin Clark didn't just land a commercial. She got the commercial. Big budget. Cinematic. Inspired by Kobe Bryant. The kind of ad Nike reserves for legends. And for Angel, the timing couldn't have been worse. This wasn't just about sneakers. It was Nike making a clear statement. They picked a side, and it wasn't hers. Clark's first solo Nike spot wasn't your average ad. It was moody, symbolic, and designed to make a statement. One scene even showed Clark's eyes flash like snake eyes, a direct nod to Kobe's Mamba mentality. The message was bigger than basketball gear. It was about legacy. And it instantly set off a firestorm. As the commercial exploded across social media and sports news, Angel Reese was nowhere to be seen. No reaction, no support, no acknowledgement. Just silence. This, after she had loudly declared herself the sport's main attraction. But when Nike, the biggest brand in basketball, finally picked someone to build around, they didn't pick her. And her silence said more than any tweet ever could. Angel has never shied away from the spotlight. Ever since that NCAA showdown with Caitlin Clark, she's leaned into the rivalry, calling herself too real and too hood, claiming she's the reason people watch. She's thrown shade in interviews, liked critical tweets, and even suggested the media favors Clark more for how she looks than how she plays. Even as Clark shattered viewership records, Angel insisted she was just as marketable. But Nike just gave their answer. Clark got a full-scale ad campaign. Reese didn't even get a mention. And Reese's response? Complete silence. No congratulations. No reposts. Just tension. The kind of quiet that speaks volumes. If Angel believed she was the main draw, the numbers told a different story. While Clark was sidelined by injury, the WNBA aired 3 national games, one with Reese and Hailey Van Lith, one with Kelsey Plum and Nafisa Collier, and one with AJA Wilson and the reigning champs. Combined, those 3 games brought in 560,000 viewers. Clark's lowest-rated game this season beat that, pulling in 581,000 on its own. Her highest hit 624,000. Let that sink in. One rookie outdrew 3 full games featuring some of the league's biggest stars, including Angel herself. For Nike, those numbers aren't just impressive, they are decisive. It's not about who's louder online. It's about who drives viewership. And Clark's impact is undeniable. That ad wasn't just about image. It was about business. And Angel just got a front-row seat to how that business operates. She didn't congratulate Caitlyn, didn't acknowledge the ad, but she didn't have to. Within hours, fans noticed she was liking tweets that shaded Nike, posts questioning the timing, claiming Clark hadn't earned the spotlight yet, accusing the brand of playing favorites. No direct shots, just subtle signals. Calculated silence. Strategic shade. The same pattern as before, when Clark went #1 in the draft, broke ratings records, or signed deals Reese never got near. Angel rarely says it outright. She lets her likes and passive responses speak for her. But this time, fans called it out. Comments flooded her posts. Jealous much? You had your chance. This is what star power looks like. The more she ignored Clark's commercial, the more obvious her frustration became. And while Clark remained quiet and let the numbers speak for themselves, Reese's silence only stoked the fire. In the end, Nike had a decision to make. 2 rookies. Both headline grabbers. One outspoken and hugely followed on social media. The other, quieter, but breaking records and dominating on the court. Nike made their choice. And they didn't whisper it. They made it loud and clear. They chose Caitlyn Clark.
This is the Nike we grew up with. These type of campaigns, the shoes are fire too.
This commercial wasn't subtle. It was Nike going all in. Top-tier cinematography, layered symbolism, and a direct nod to Kobe Bryant's legacy. That level of treatment isn't handed out for hype. It's earned through dominance on the court. And Angel Reese? She was nowhere in sight. No collab. No campaign. Not even a mention. Nike could have easily spotlighted both athletes, positioned them as the future of women's basketball. But they didn't. They bet everything on Caitlyn Clark. And they did it at a time when Angel was still promoting herself as the most marketable face in the game. That had to sting. Whether she says it or not, this commercial was Nike's way of ending the debate. Caitlyn isn't just the standout rookie, she's the future of the brand. And Angel is watching it all unfold from the sidelines. Clark wasn't the only player watching that commercial drop, but she's the only one who walked away as the new face of Nike. AJA Wilson, a 2-time MVP, a champion, and a longtime Nike athlete, never received a rollout this grand. Not this level of storytelling. Not this cultural weight. Even Paige Buchers, who had early hype, a personal edition, PE, before Clark, and polished Nike promos, never got an ad with this kind of impact. Then there's Angel Reese. She entered the league with major media buzz, nil deals, and a ton of attention. She expected the spotlight to stay with her. But now she's realizing that media noise doesn't always translate to brand investment. Nike didn't make this decision based on stats, experience, or personality. They followed the numbers. And those numbers pointed to Caitlyn Clark. That's why she got the spotlight, and why Angel is upset. The second the ad dropped, the internet lit up. Team Clark celebrated. Finally, their star got her due. She earned it. About time. Nike sees who really moves the needle. Meanwhile, Team Reese was outraged. Her fans swarmed the comments, calling Nike biased, accusing them of racism, and claiming the real face of the culture had been ignored. For them, this wasn't just a branding move. It felt personal. And Angel's silence only added fuel to the fire. No comments. No reposts. Just likes on shady tweets and passive gestures. Social media turned into a battleground, side-by-side comparisons, harsh takes, and non-stop debate. One side felt vindicated. The other felt betrayed. But beyond the noise, one truth stood out. Nike didn't act on emotion. They acted on impact. And the impact points to Caitlyn Clark. Like it or not, Nike made their choice. And it wasn't Angel Reese. This wasn't just a shoe ad. It was a power move. Caitlin Clark is now not only the face of women's basketball, she's the face of Nike. Angel can stay quiet, drop cryptic likes, or speak her truth, but the message is loud and clear. Nike's backing the player who draws numbers, sells out merch, and owns the spotlight. Because in this business, impact beats attitude. Every time. So what do you think? Should Angel Reese get her own commercial, or did Nike make the right call? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.